This is Module 2. It is Lesson 14. We're doing long division using the standard algorithm. So we're going to start with 72 divided by 21. If you notice, we wrote DMSB down the middle for those that need that written to remind me to divide, then multiply, then subtract, then bring down. And if I bring something down, I have to go back to the top and start dividing again. So we're going to start. Remember that first number goes in the house. The first one arrives, he gets to go in the house, and it's 72 divided by 21. So the first thing I'm going to do is on the side, I'm going to write my 21's times tables in order to help myself figure out some of these answers. Okay, so now I'm going to start, and the first thing I ask myself is, can 21 go into 7? And it cannot, so I put a 0. That's my division. Then I'm multiplying 0 times 21, which is 0. Then I am subtracting. 7 minus 0 is 7. And then I bring down the 2. Since I got to my bring down, I have to go back to the top and start dividing again. How many times can 21 go into 72? So I look right here at all the work I've already done. 63 is close, then there's 84. 84 is too big, so I'm going to look at 63 so it can go in 3 times. 3 times 21 is 63. I already did the math. And now I'm going to borrow. And I get 9, so my answer is 3, remainder 9. Then I'm going to make sure that I do my check, which is taking my quotient times my divisor, which is 21 times 3, which is 69. And separately, I then add 69 plus 9. Sorry, this is 63. I take 63 plus 9 and I get 72, and that matches the number underneath, so that usually tells me that I am correct. Next problem that I'm going to do, 43 goes into 94. So first thing I ask myself, how many times can 43 go into 9? I know my answer is 0. And I bring down the 4. So I ask myself, how many times can 43 go into 94? Another way to look at this is like 40 over here. And how many times can 40 go into something maybe like 90? 4 can go into 9 2 times. So I'm going to try a 2 up at the top. 2 times 43 is 86. And now I'm going to subtract. And I have 2 remainder 8. And then I'm going to do a check again, which is 43 times 2, which is 86. And then 86 plus 8 gets me to 94. Next problem, 23 divided by 84, or I should say 84 divided by 23. I'm going to go back to the other method that I use. I'm going to do some 23 multiplication tables on the side. And now I'm going to start dividing. Can 23 go into 8? No, it cannot. Can 23 go into 84? Well, I look over here, 92 is too big, so it looks like it can go in 3 times, which is 69. And I can subtract, and I end up with 15, and I have 3 remainder 15. Now I'm going to do a check, just like I keep doing from before, and I'm going to take 23 times 3, and then I'm going to add my 15. And 84 down here matches the 84 up here, so I'm good. 29 goes into 57. Goes in 0 times. Looking at this, I'm going to do 29 times 1 on the side, which is 29. And then 29 times 2, which is 58. I see that this 58 is too big for that, so it can only be that it goes in 1 time now, because I don't want to go over. Going to subtract, and I get 28, and it's 1 remainder 28, and then I should check. In order to check, I do 29 times 1, which is 29, and then I add 29 plus 28, and I get 57, and they match. Now my numbers start to get a little bigger, and I'm going to do 47 into 256. We're now into 3-digit numbers. So on the side over here, or on the bottom, I'm going to do 47. I know 47 times 1 is 47, so I'm going to start with 47 times 2. And now I'm going to start. I can't go in to 2, so I subtract and I bring down. Can 47 go into 25? No, it cannot. Can 47 go into 256? I look, I have 282 here. That's too big. But then I have 235, which means it can go in 5 times. And my remainder is 21, and I would check the same way. I'm not going to do the check right now. I'm going to move on to the next problem, which is 39 into 236. I'm going to show this the other way. So first thing I do is I say, can 39 go in? We know that's 0. 39 cannot go into 23, so it's another 0. And now we ask, 3 times what will get me close to 23? That's how we used our estimation. And I would think that maybe we can go in 7 times, so we're going to check. And I look, and that's way too big. So then I'm going to say, all right, let me try the next number down. This is another strategy, so you don't have to write out all the facts. I'm going to try 6. And that one works. And so it makes more sense, and we have 6 remainder too. The last 2 problems that we're going to do, we have 46 going into 369. We're going to use the other method. So we know it goes in 0 times. 46 cannot go into 36, so it goes in 0 times. And now 46 into 36. I know if I did 4 times 9, that would give me 36, but I have more numbers over here. So I'm really going to say, maybe let's try 4 times 8 and see what happens. If I did 4 times 8, I would get 48 down there. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 4 is 36. That seems to work. And there's my remainder. And the last example that we're going to do is 94 into 712. And since I know 9 times 8 is 72, that's too big. So let's try 9 times 7. And now I'm adding by accident, so I say to myself, oh, go back now and check to make sure that you're subtracting. And that is how we use long division in order to divide.